There is a reason why your favorite mining company is trading in a certain way. If you are an avid user of Reddit, you might have seen this chart before. This chart is called the Lassonde Curve. And this chart can take many shapes and forms. It can look like this, and even like this. However, what is most important, that chart, the Lassonde Curve, can explain why your favorite mining company, maybe Graphite or Cathode, is trading in a certain way. Let me explain. The Lassonde Curve explained. So how does this freaking chart work? Well, it is a simplified chart that explains how the value of your stock expressed on the y-axis behaves over time, which is expressed on the x-axis. So at first a resource is found, and at first there is a lot of hype around the stock. So logically, in the first stage, the price of the company shoots up like a freaking rocket. But then going from finding the resource to developing the resource takes a lot of time. And that is normally when we see all that hype die down and when the share price goes down as well. This period expressed in blue right here can take years and years. And the journey of your mining company will not look as smooth as this one. Keep in mind, during this phase there will be small bull and small bear runs all over the place. In short, volatility will be really high. However, if you are really lucky, if you did really invest in a company that can go from exploration to production, well, then your patience will be well rewarded. At some point the mine will start running, and this usually happens during the developing and production phase. And when that happens, the value of your mining stock can shoot up like a freaking rocket bound to Mars. And of course, after that hype dies down, the company can finally find its long-term equilibrium. So globally, that's how almost all junior mining companies behave in their process from going to exploration to production. And keep in mind, this pattern of behavior can take years, since that process from going to exploration to production can take years. And of course, if your specific mining company takes a different path, for example Cathode, who is skipping most of the waiting stage, well, then the chart will look slightly different. How to use the chart. And now the most important part, how can you use this chart to your advantage? Keep in mind, these are just my thoughts on junior mining companies. I am not a specialist, and I'm especially not a financial advisor, so never just mindlessly copy my thoughts ever. Anyways, I think there are two main lessons for my style of investing with this chart. So first, if the company is during the exploration stage, it is completely normal for the price to skyrocket. However, most likely during the waiting stage, the price will come down again. So the lesson is, we do have time to build a position and we do not need to get lost in the early stage hype. Second, I believe it is really important to determine in what stage you are with your mining company. For example, I can clearly tell that Cathode is at the end of the waiting stage. So that tells me that we might see some downwards pressure on the short term, but the next leg up should follow quite shortly. And so I can invest accordingly. I believe for me, now is the time to go heavy into Cathode, since we are so close to the juicy production. And for example, with Graphite, we are still years out from that sweet production stage. So there is a big chance we'll see a lot of volatility on the short term, and we might see some more downwards pressure on the short to medium term. So those are some of the ways I use this chart. So let me know down below in the comment section if you knew about this chart before, how you use the chart, and what the chart taught you. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. Peace.